Please pay homage to the Buddha. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa.
Now we have this question. I have this experience for Anapana Sati as well as white kasina. The nimitta for Anapana as well as white kasina is only faintly bright. Not very bright, faintly bright. I felt as if it is a black but a little bright glass. And in this situation, if it is not affected by external light, it becomes clearer. What is the reason? Is it because concentration is not deep enough or some other reason?
There are two possibilities. One is concentration is not yet deep enough. Another is one or two or many of hindrances are occasionally visited to meditator's mind. At the day, preceding concentration and succeeding concentration are not so strong enough because they are not continuous. Between two concentrations there are many or maybe some hindrances are visiting. Because of this reason, concentration is not yet deep enough. When concentration is not yet deep enough, then there may be nimitta is not translucent and bright.
Should a meditator always adjust themselves, the 5 faculties and 7 enlightenment factors, or should they let the meditation teachers guide them on the balancing?
If a meditator understands how he or she should guard his faculties and how he should try to make balance the 7 enlightenment factors, then by he himself or by herself do it is better. But if the meditator does not understand clearly at that only, he or she should discuss with teacher. It is better. Talkative mind is very dangerous. While practicing samatha or while practicing vipassana, if you are talking a lot, this is natural law. Your concentration and your wisdom faculty will decrease. This is natural. So, discussing with teacher also one type of talking. If you had already understood, it is not necessary to discuss with teacher, but please try to understand by yourself or by yourself.
Now, this question, how to focus on the nimitta? Some enter into the light and let the light wrap around them. Some follow the light to the space. Some enter into the light a little. Some just touch on the nimitta surface. Which is correct?
There are different types of nimitta. One practicing different samatha meditation. If you are practicing anapana meditation, most important rule is Phutta Phutto Gasepana Satin Tapidawa Bhavinda Seva Bhavana Sampichati. In every case, you must obey this rule. What is the meaning? On the touching point. If you focus on the breath or nimitta at that only, anapanasati samadhi can be successful. This is very important. If you move from the touching point to anywhere, your concentration will decrease and you cannot attain jhana. But while practicing kasina, you may focus after expanding kasina circle, you may focus one area. For example, 2 or 3 feet far away from your face. On that area, 1 feet diameter circle or 2 feet diameter circle, according to your own fixed idea. While focusing on that circle, you can focus on that circle. Don't move your mind to anywhere. Don't follow to anywhere from that area. If you are moving along the light, then your concentration also will decrease. So you should not move from your fixed point while practicing kasina. But while practicing metta, this is another way. If you had already attained jhana, taking 1% or 2%, etc., as metta meditation object. And if you can focus on that meditation object and can attain up to 5 jhana, second jhana, and third jhana, then if you want to move another meditative object, it is possible. This is another way. So, depending on meditation subject, you must obey that meditation subject's rules mentioned in the especially Visuddhi Magga, etc.
Okay, now we come to 32 parts. When certain yogi discern 32 parts of body, those bodily parts become reflection of light. How to overcome it?
Please discern 32 parts one by one very, very quickly. When you see 32 parts clearly at the time, this problem will disappear. But internally is not okay, then you can change externally, no problem. When the light of wisdom is very, very bright at the time, please change to discern external. After discerning external 32 parts clearly, then you can go back to discern 32 parts of your own body internally. If you move your attention both internally and externally, slowly this problem will disappear. But the light of wisdom is if you can use in the right way, then it is also useful.
Next question. To discern external 32 parts of body, do yogis need to have the ability to discern unseen beings such as Peta and Deva? What if they can't see, even their 4th jhana is very bright?
It is depends on the power of your wisdom faculty. Usually, Savaka disciples, they can discern external 32 parts partially only, not carefully, not in detail every body and all over the world. If you can discern every body is 32 bars of 32 bars and all over the world, at that time you may be able to discern Vedas and Devas also, but they may have some of 32 bars are not present because of their karma. Maybe this is the best. Every fourth jhana cannot see. This is not the domain of only just fourth jhana. Some objects are the domain of the psychic power, divine and psychic power. So if you want to see in detail, then you should also practice divine and psychic power. This is necessary. But one discerning 32 bars, if you can discern partially, internally and externally, it is also enough. Because disciples are not necessary to contemplate in detail every kalapa and all over the world or in many uncountable world cycles. They can discern only partially. For example, within this two-seater 1 and 2 compound, if you pay attention all trees and earth, how many kalapas are there? Can you calculate? Yes, partially only. Some of us can discern partially. This is the domain of the Buddha. Buddha within maybe 100 koti, 100,000 koti world cycles. He can discern all materiality without exception. There was no kalapa which he did not yet contemplate as nature, dukkha, and anatta. So this is Buddha's domain. Savakas can discern only partially, ekadesa.
Next. When yogi discern other bodily parts, which at the moment are not present, such as pus, sweat, they need to recall what was in the past. So can the yogi discern external object by recalling?
Usually we suggest such yogis. For example, if you squeeze your nose, you can see some white color is coming out. This is also one type of pus. Sweat is maybe for two-seater, not so difficult, I think. Is it difficult? Every day a lot of sweat. No, daytime very easy. If morning is not easy, you can sit daytime. You can easily see sweats. Is it true? No, a lot of sweats here. Not so difficult. But in cold weather like Himalaya, maybe a little bit difficult. So when it is present, you can try. But if it is not yet present, then you can jump, no much problem. Because while practicing samatha or vipassana, these 32 bars are wider way only. Buddha occasionally teaches 4 elements meditation in brief way in Mahasriprana Sutta. While practicing brief way of 4 elements meditation, at that time it is not necessary to discern 32 bars in detail. 32 bars are nothing but one part of body door only. Many meditators have a lot of attachment to the body door. Because of this reason, Buddha also occasionally divides body door as 32 parts of body. So if they saw 32 parts of body, not as a man or not as a woman, only just 32 parts, at that time, attachment to that body become less or maybe absent temporarily. So if they repeat again and again, the attachment may disappear for some time. For some time means as long as you are not yet become Arhat, this attachment may come back again. Maybe one day. One day he discussed with Venerable Radhabala. When you are young, you are still young. Although you are still young and beautiful and with black color hairs, you can ordain and you can stay in Buddha's dispensation for a long time. What is the reason? Venerable Radhabala explained many ways. Among those many ways, one way is Buddha's disciples always contemplate the duties of body both internally and externally, and they pay attention as a repulsiveness intention. If they had already seen the repulsiveness intention, they have repulsed mind these 32 parts of body both internally and externally. Because of this reason, they can stay in Buddha's dispensation and practice meditation for a long time. In this way, he explained. And then that guy is his good friend, schoolmate as a young, while they are studying. So that guy openly told Pandey, I also practice 32 parts of body as a repulsive asubha. But actually when I'm going into palace and when I saw many beautiful girls other than all became subha. No asubha. In this way he says, so because of this reason, occasionally.
When a yogi discerns skeleton of external living person, it is neither an excess nor absorption concentration. What concentration should that be? Why discern a dead person? We can achieve excess concentration. Slowly, one by one. Okay, what concentration should that be? If when the yogi discern the skeleton of external living person.
Do you eat chicken? Do you eat chicken? Do you eat pork? Do you eat? Have you repulsed mind or not? This is problem. If you can bite chicken bone, if you can bite pork bone, have you repulsed mind or not? While eating. Yes, this is problem. Because of this reason, many meditators, according to ancient commentary, while practicing not only skeleton meditation but 32 parts of body as a repulsive, internally they have repulsed mind enough for the attainment of jhana, first jhana. But while practicing is again asubha or repulsiveness intention meditation, again external 32 parts or 1 part of external. Other than repulsiveness is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana. Why not so strong enough? They have not so repulsiveness because they can eat chicken, they can eat pork, they can eat fish because they have no repulsive mind. They can bite chicken bone, they have no repulsive mind. Because of this reason, External things repulsiveness is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana. Then, what is such type of concentration? According to Asian commentary, it is not excess concentration or jhana concentration. While focusing one or all part of external 32 parts. Then, which type of concentration? Possibility is preliminary concentration or preparatory concentration. Parigama samadhi only. However, in this case, Mula Diga, the original Diga of Abhidhamma, Venerable Ananda, he explained if a meditator can pay attention external 32 parts as a dead body's 32 parts, external skeleton as a dead body's skeleton. At the time, if he pay attention as a repulsiveness intention, then he may attain up to excess concentration. This is Venerable Ananda, who is the author of Mula Diga, original Diga's view. So, repulsiveness intention is not so strong enough for the attainment of jhana while practicing skeleton meditation as a repulsiveness, taking external skeleton as meditation object. Okay?
Why discern a dead person? We can achieve excess concentration.
Because repulsiveness intention is strong enough for the attainment of excess concentration, according to Mula Diga Venerable Ananda's Mula Diga teacher Venerable Ananda's view. Repulsiveness intention is enough for the attainment of excess concentration. But actual dead body skeleton, taking that dead body skeleton, if you can practice repulsiveness intention meditation, you can attain fajjana. This is mentioned in Mahasri Prana Sutta as well as occasionally in some suttas by the Buddha. So, dead corpse is the object of bhajana, but that corpse must be same sex. If a meditator, one part or the whole body of that body, that corpse, if he pay attention, if she pay attention as a repulsiveness, asubha, then he can attain jhana. But in this case, the skeleton is not actual dead body skeleton. Meditator create only as if dead body skeleton only. Because of this reason, he cannot attain jhana. But if he actually can pay attention as a dead body skeleton, then at that time only he may attain up to excess concentration.
Then the next part of the question, do yogis need to differentiate the differences? How? Do yogis need to differentiate, make a difference? See what is the difference? Excess, not excess.
Yeah, is that the access jhana or is that jhana itself? No need, or they have to?
Maybe for yogi not necessary access. Concentration and jhana concentration is completely different. Completely different means jhana absorption concentration stage. Jhana my moment can arise uncountable times. But in excess concentration stage, jhana mental process, in each jhana mental process, jhanas are not more than 7 times. This is different. But object may be Patibhaga Nimitta, maybe only.
For beginner, do they need to see until that detail? For beginner?
Not necessary, not too much differentiate. If they know this is excess concentration, this is jhana concentration, what is the difference? What is the result? So, but according to Visuddhimagga or Asian commentary, only just preliminary concentration. Preliminary concentration and excess concentration, they are in each mental process only 7 jhanas. Maybe this mental process repeat again. It is possible. But between two processes, there may be many bhagas. But in absorption concentration stage, there are, if it is actually full absorption, jhana jhanas can arise more than 1 minute, 2 minutes, 3 minutes, or maybe 1 hour, etc. At that time, jhana jhanas are uncountable. Successfully, they are rising in variation. But while practicing samatha, it is not necessary to differentiate. But while discerning mentality, at that time, if they want to discern mentality in different way, it is possible. In preliminary concentration stage, there are mind-mental process which is taking skeleton as a reversiveness. And then in each jhana also associates with 5 jhana petals. Again, according to Mula Diga, if a meditator can pay attention external skeleton as a dead body skeleton, then he may attain access up to excess concentration stage. At that time also, mind-mental process. In each mind-mental process, there are 7 jhanas. In each jhana also associated with 5 jhana petals. But at the preliminary concentration stage, excess concentration, 5 jhana petals are 6 severe jhana petals, kamavachara jhana petals. Not 5 material jhana petals, rupavachara jhana petals. But at the full absorption stage, at the time, each full absorption jhana also associate with 5 jhana petals. These 5 jhana petals are not sense-sphere jhana petals, they are 5 material rupavachara jhana petals only. So this is difference only.
Sayadaw. And that is one yogi, when he discerns the 32 part inside, internally, he can only see black and white, no other color. So for this yogi, how to overcome this?
Maybe if that meditator cannot discern 32 parts of body, then he should change externally. But if his maybe anapana jhana or 4 elements meditation excess concentration is deep enough and produce strong powerful light, with the assistance of that light of wisdom, he can see externally also. But at the beginning, what? External 32 parts must be present in front of that meditator. It is better. By imagination is not good. Very far away also not so good. One discerning external 32 parts, they may be successful. At the time, they should repeat again and again discerning 32 parts of body externally. When it becomes skillful, and then go back to internally, it is also possible. Another problem is their jhana is actually, according to their report, is maybe fourth jhana, actually not fourth jhana. If it is not actually not fourth jhana, then their light of wisdom is not enough to illuminate these 32 parts of body.
So what I mean is when he see 32 parts, say for heart supposed to be red color, but he see only black and white. It's black color or white color only. Not the entire 32 become black and white. It's the part only black. These
Maybe
two color only.
At that time only they should also discern quickly. If it is not possible, they should change Israel. It is better. But when discerning 32 parts of body, original color is important. If they see only black and white, this is maybe not okay for him. So better way is they should change the object Israel. If it is not possible, then they should not learn this meditation, because their jhana may be not true jhana. Or maybe possibility is they should go back to Pajana, and then from Pajana they should transcend 32 parts. If it is not okay, they should go to second jhana. After second jhana, then they should also discern 32 parts of body. Then if it is not okay, they should go up to that jhana. After entering into that jhana, other than the light of wisdom is okay, other than they should discern 32 parts of body. What is the reason? For some meditators, their fourth jhana is very strong and powerful. And then the light of wisdom also very bright. When the light of wisdom is very, very bright, at that time also 32 parts are like that, not so clear. Because when you are trying to, at that time the light is very strong, the image will be not so much clear. If light is also not enough, the image will be not so clear. In the same way only. So at that time, if you teach in different ways, it is impossible for him. Then change another meditation subject, it is better. Maybe, for example, 4 elements meditation only brief way, not in a wider way.
Sayadaw, this yogi, when even in his dream, all the object is also appear in black and white. When in his dream, the yogi also only can see black and white, the object, not other color. Why is that so, Sayadaw?
If it is not to teach this meditation, maybe please change other meditation subject. If it is not okay, only just teach 4 elements meditation in brief way only. But maybe externally may change. For example, with open eye, if they be addition red flower, that red flower also not red, black and white. This is his karma. We cannot do anything. If you want to teach that meditator continue, then please teach maybe taking external white object, white kasina. Then taking external black color as object, then black kasina. It is better.
Sayadaw, when I was in Burma, I heard from one teacher. He said that he teach a student. That student do white kasina, and later when he emerged from jhana, he just walk. Whatever thing he see become white. Is that correct? Is it that this thing ever happened?
This is if this object is very strong and firm, stable, it is possible. While walking also, if they continue to practice white kasina, walking meditation, it is also possible.
Now we have this question. Of completing samatha meditation training, is it experiencing samatha vipassana? No, completing samatha vipassana course. Is it experiencing samatha vipassana or attaining samatha vipassana? That means experience jhana and attaining jhana. Well, I also don't understand. I just translate. Is it okay? Experience jhana and attaining jhana. Is there any difference? I translate accordingly. It's not my job.
Maybe personal experience, okay, not others' experience. There are two types of experience: meditator's own experience and others' experience. If meditator's own experience, attaining jhana experience is same.
Now we have this question. Of completing samatha meditation training, is it experiencing samatha vipassana? No, completing samatha vipassana course. Is it experiencing samatha vipassana or attaining samatha vipassana? That means experience jhana and attaining jhana. Well, I also don't understand. I just translate. Is it okay? Experience jhana and attaining jhana. Is there any difference? I translate accordingly. It's not my job.
Maybe personal experience, okay, not others' experience. There are two types of experience: meditator's own experience and others' experience. If meditator's own experience, attaining jhana experience is same.
这个问题是完成止观的修学课程是体验止观还是证得止观？比如说体验禅那和证得禅那。那禅师回答说，有两种经验，一种是自己的经验，一种是别人的体验，一种是自己的体验。如果是自己的呢，那体验禅那和证得禅那是一样的。After attaining jhana, until the last moment, is it the jhana will never fall away? Is that jhana will not fall away? After attaining jhana, until the last moment, the jhana will not fall away. It will not fall down.
What do you mean last moment? Do you want to say goodbye? Not true. Venerable Devadatta. After ordination together with Venerable Ananda, Venerable Nuruddha, Venerable Bhaddanta, etc., Venerable Ubali. They practice diligently, and then Venerable Devadatta attained 8 attainments and 5 mundane psych powers within one rains retreat. But one day, maybe have you already understood? You had already understood. One day he want to become Buddha. Because of this reason, when he want to do Sakya and Sangha, when this idea appear, his jhana disappear. This jhana never come back up to that moment. So Putu jhana is not pump. There is no what called life insurance. No insurance, no guarantee. Anything can fall down. Because of this reason, somebody is while playing in the sky, sometimes they fall down to the ground because the jhana go away. But noble one's jhana never fall down. They can maintain their jhana if they want up to near that moment. But if they don't want, they cannot re-establish the jhana again. If they want, they can re-establish the jhana. What is the reason? When they began Sotapanna, for example, once Satrim and Dara, their Satrim and Dara path destroying the delusion which covered the Four Noble Truths. Among Four Noble Truths, the Noble Truth of suffering also include. What is the Noble Truth of suffering? Five clinging aggregates. Among five clinging aggregates, jhana dhammas also include. If he had already attained jhana, then delusion to cover this jhana concentration also disappear, because his path knowledge destroy the delusion which covered not to see the Four Noble Truths. But some Sotapannas, they don't want to go to Brahmawa directly. What is the reason? What is the reason? They don't want to depart to each other. They don't want to say goodbye to each other. Because of this reason, like Kaisaka, now he had already begun Sotapanna. But he don't want to go to directly to Brahmawa. Maybe one day he will come back to human world, he ordained as a bhikkhu, etc. So this depends on their own desire. They can choose their future according to their wish. That is depending on ignorance, craving, and clinging. Their karma will produce future path aggregates. So because of this reason, some noble ones, if they want to be reborn in Brahmawa, they should maintain their jhana up to near that moment. At the day when their jhana mind becomes the death proximate jhana, then they will reborn in Brahmawa. If noble ones reborn in Brahmawa, they will never come back to human world or to Deva world. Within 7 lives, one day they will become Arhat in Brahmawa and they will enter final cessation. They will, their death of in Brahmawa will become final cessation, Arhat Pranirvana. Is it good? Is it good? President, is it good? You must say goodbye.
Before a person attain Magapala, how should one do in order in future life will not fall into woeful realms? What should Putujana what are the requirements needed by a Putujana to avoid falling into woeful realms without attaining Magapala? How not to fall into woeful realms?
Do you want to say? Don't you want to say goodbye? They don't want to say goodbye. So they do not try to be noble one. There are two possibilities. One is jhana, one is vipassana insight. If they can maintain jhana up to near that moment, it is also sure they cannot fall down into one of awful states. Because they can maintain their jhana concentration up to near that moment, that proximate jhana mind moment. Jhana Jhana is Garuga Karma, heavy karma. Jhana karma is heavy karma. There are 4 types of karma. Asana karma, that proximate karma. Ajna karma, usual way of practicing karma. Kadanda karma, maybe occasionally they may accumulate one type of karma. And then Kruga karma, heavy karma. Among these 4 types, if there is no heavy karma at that time only, possibility is asana karma or ajna karma can produce this result. So if there is still heavy karma is number 1, which will produce future existence. There are 2 types of heavy karma, wholesome and unwholesome. Unwholesome karma, unwholesome heavy karma is killing mother, killing father, killing arhat, making bloodshedding the living Buddha, and then making schism and sangha. These 5 are very heavy karma in unwholesome group. They will produce its result in future existence. In wholesome heavy karma is jhana karmas. If they can maintain their jhana up to that moment, jhana karma will produce first its result in future. So if you want to be reborn in good place in future, please maintain your jhana up to that moment. This is one possibility. Another possibility is you should practice vipassana. If you had already discerned ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality, both internally and externally, such type of knowledge is called defining mentality, materiality knowledge, nama rupa prasita jnana. And then you should also try to understand by your own direct knowledge the dependent origination. This is picture prega jnana, discerning cause and condition knowledge. If you have such type of knowledge, then that knowledge also can help you not to fall down in one of woeful state. You may have chance to be reborn in human world or one of deva world. But better way is if you had already practiced vipassana up to Uddiyabhya jnana stage or Sankharupaka jnana stage. It is safe. You will never fall down into one of woeful state after that. You will reborn in one of deva world or human world. But if you had already attained jhana, if you can maintain this jhana up to near that moment, then that jhana also can produce to be reborn in Brahma world. But if you have no jhana, no vipassana jnana, no vipassana insight, there is no kranti. You may reborn in human world or deva world if wholesome karma can produce new future existence. You may be also have chance to be reborn in one of woeful states because you have no kranti.
When the Buddha was alive, the Buddha could prove, could testify the attainment of the disciples, whether they are Arya, whether they have attained or they have not attained. Now the Buddha is no more around. Who can prove, who can testify?
You should not try to get certificate. That certificate is useless. By yourself, you should try to understand whether this experience is true or not. It is better. Now present certificates are not safe. There may be many artificials. In this case, especially Buddha teaches in Sotabadi, Sanyutta Nikaya, etc. 4 types of Dhammadasa. Dhammadasa means Dhamma mirror. What is Dhamma mirror? Buddhi avacha pasadena samanagado. You should have unshakable faith in Buddha. Dhammi avacha pasadena samanagado. You should have unshakable faith in Dhamma. Sanghe avacha pasadena samanagado. You should have unshakable faith in Sangha, noble Sangha. What is the meaning? If you had already penetrated Four Noble Truths by your own direct knowledge, not by hearsay, at the day you have enough faith in the Buddha, in the Dhamma, in the Sangha. Why? What is the meaning of Buddha? Most important brief meaning is Bhojadidi Buddha. Bhojadidi Chadari Riya Sechani Padi Vajadidi Buddha. What is the meaning? Buddha, he himself had already penetrated the Four Noble Truths. At that time, if a meditator also had already penetrated the Four Noble Truths by his own or her own direct knowledge, at that time, such type of knowledge is associated with unshakable faith. Sada. Why? Buddha also had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. Because of this reason, he is called Buddha. Now, I also had already penetrated these Four Noble Truths, which Buddha already had penetrated by my own direct knowledge. So, there is actual Buddha who penetrates Four Noble Truths. So, such type of knowledge is associated with faith. That faith is called unshakable faith. Achala Saddha cannot be shaken by any other people. In the same way, I had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. There are also Sangha, noble Sanghas, which had already penetrated Four Noble Truths by their own direct knowledge. Because of penetration of Four Noble Truths, they became noble Sangha. So, if he had already penetrated Four Noble Truths, that knowledge is also associated with Saddha faith. That faith is unshakable. So, if you have such unshakable faith, then it is not necessary to search for certificate. Is it necessary? Not necessary. By your own self, you can decide. I had already penetrated Four Noble Truths. Then another one is Riya Gandehi Silehi Samanagadahodhi. Noble ones especially pay much respect to the 5 precepts. Whether you have 5 precepts, unshakable 5 precepts or not, you should try to check to yourself. If you never commit because of any reason, any of precept, you never break down. Then you can decide, I have 4 Dhamma Dasa, 4 types of mirror. 1, unshakable faith in Buddha. Unshakable faith in the Dhamma. Dhamma means Four Noble Truth only. Then unshakable faith in Sangha. Sangha which penetrate Four Noble Truth only. And then Riya Kanta, 5 precepts. Many noble ones praise this 5 precepts and prefer this 5 precepts. I had already observed this 5 precepts. So if you have these 4 types of facts, then these 4 types of facts are called Dhamma Dasa. Dhamma Dasa means Dhamma mirror. You must stand up in front of that Dhamma mirror. You will see your face inside there. This is a certificate. By yourself, you can decide.
Now this is a question. The pure Vipassana practitioner and those who practice systematically from Samatha to Vipassana, the insight knowledge that they experience and the path and fruition knowledge that they experience, could there be any difference? If there are differences, what are the differences?
No difference. No difference means they also pure vehicle, Sutta Vipassana, Yanika Bhasan also can become Arhat. They also penetrate Four Noble Truths. Samatha Yanika vehicle, Samatha Yanika meditator also can penetrate Four Noble Truths. They also become Arhat. Their Arhat but approaching knowledge can destroy all defilements, or their 4-part knowledge can destroy defilements stage by stage. They are same. The only difference is Samatha Vihigala, they can contemplate jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. But Vipassana Vihigala, they have no jhana, so they cannot contemplate jhana dhammas as anicca, dukkha, and anatta. This is only difference. Others are not much different. There are also some arhats. But for practicing Vipassana, they want to become arhat very, very quickly, because before that they want to become arhat. So they do not practice jhana. They directly practice 4 elements meditation systematically, and they become arhat. After becoming arhat, they have many chances to stay in this world, because they have no time for finalization. They are still alive. So at that time they also practice jhana. It is also possible. Very quickly they can attain jhana. Why? 5 hindrances they had, their arahant, but already destroys 5 hindrances. So these 5 hindrances are the obstacle for attainment of jhana. So they have no obstacle for attainment of jhana. When they practice samatha, very quickly they can attain jhana. Then they want to enjoy jhana happiness in this very life. This is one reason. Another reason is, if their lifespan is still long before finalization, parinibbana, sometimes they don't want to see perishing of Dhamma, because in Saddha Thana Kusala Sutta of Samyutta Nikaya, there Buddha explains the permanent dwelling of arhats, Saddha Vihara, permanent dwelling place. What is their permanent dwelling place? They always contemplate 5 aggregates, 12 aranas, dependent originations as nature, dukkha, and anatta. If they want to attain Arahant Purusha knowledge, at that only they enter into Arahant Purusha knowledge. If they do not enter into Arahant Purusha knowledge, usually they always see the perishing of those formations. Every day and night, except sleeping time, they always see this perishing. So they became bored. Because of this reason, they don't want to see this perishing. So, as if final cessation, they want to re-establish cessation attainment Nirodha Samapatti. If they want to attain Nirodha Samapatti cessation attainment, they must practice 8 jhanas. Based on jhana, they must practice vipassana systematically. At that time, they can attain cessation attainment. With such purpose also, they practice jhana again, after becoming arhat. Cessation attainment. Nirodha Samapatti means the cessation of Chaita and Cetasika, mind and mental patterns, as well as the cessation of mind-born materialities. If there is no mind, Chaita and Cetasika, there will be no mind-born materiality, Cetita Rupa. Cessation of this mind and mind-born materiality is called Nirodha Samapatti, cessation attainment. At that time, there is no mind, they will know nothing. So they will not see perishing of formations for fixed time. How long? Maybe they may fix for 1 day, 2 days, or 7 days, etc. Within 7 days, there is no mind, so they will know no perishing of any formation.
What about some people attain jhana? Because of the jhana, the magga, nama different, phala nama different. Need to explain?
Because the jhana, magga, and phala difference is dependent on jhana concentration. For example, while contemplating first jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, at that time, their vipassana insight becomes mature. At the end of mature vipassana insight, they begin Sodapanna. Their path and Sodapatti path and Purusha knowledge realize Nibbana. At that time, their path knowledge and Purusha knowledge associate with Pajjana. There are 5 jhana bhaddhas. Again, while contemplating second jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, their vipassana insight becomes mature. At the end of mature vipassana insight, if they begin Sodapanna, their Sodapatti path knowledge and Purusha knowledge associates with second jhana. It will become second jhana. This is Subramanian jhana. Why? Their path knowledge will be associated 3 jhana bhaddhas: piti, sukha, and ekaggata. Again, while they are contemplating that jhana dhammas as anicca or dukkha or anatta, at that time, if they begin Sodapanna, when their vipassana insight becomes mature, then their Sodabadi but knowledge will associate that jhana with that jhana, because there are two jhana padas, sukha and ekaggata. Again, while contemplating both jhana dhammas as nature, dukkha and anatta, if they become sodapanna, because their vipassana insight becomes mature, other than their sodabadi but knowledge will associate with two jhana padas, which are ubbeka ekaggata, which is the fourth jhana. So such type of difference is, there is such type of difference between samatha yanika and vipassana yanika, but not any other difference. Pure vehicular Soda Vipassana Yanika's Sodapati but knowledge will be always Fajjana, because there is always Fajjana padas. Their but knowledge and fruition knowledge associate with Fajjana padas, Vidaka, Vichara, Vedi, Sukha, Ekaggata. But this jhana is Subramanding jhana, not Manding jhana. Let us stop. Share Mary. Idame Bonya Aswakayam Waha Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbana Sa Pachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabha Sadana Pajema Tesabe Mesama Bonya Bagam Labandu Sadhu Sadhu Sadhu. Please pay homage to the Buddha path. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa. Namo Dasa Bhagavato Arahato Sama Sambuddhassa.
Now, this is the question. The Patibhaga Nimitta for earth kasina is bright and translucent. The Patibhaga Nimitta for water kasina is also bright and translucent. What is the main difference between the two Patibhaga Nimitta?
Kala is different. Adgasina Kala is Adgasina also translucent and bright. But there is still original Kala little bit. Vadagasina also translucent and bright, but there is a little bit similar to Vada translucent. So Kala is a little bit different only. But while practicing between Gasina and Adgasina, they must emphasize Kala. They must be addition as a art only, as a Vada only. If they emphasize Kala, it will mix with 4 types of Kala Gasina, such as black Gasina, yellow Gasina, white Gasina, and red Gasina. So, while practicing art Gasina, Vada Gasina, Panya Gasina, and Way Gasina, they should not emphasize Kala.
Entering into boundless space through white kasina. When we remove the white kasina, the space which is left over, is it like the night, the space at night, or is it still we have light there. Now, when we enter into boundless space through the white kasina, from white kasina, we remove the white kasina, we enter into boundless space. Through white kasina, we enter into boundless space. So, after removing the white kasina, is the space like the night, the space we see in the night at night? Will there still be some light there?
No kasina object. Light is the light of wisdom only. Kasina object is just space only. But the light of wisdom also maybe for some meditators very bright and everywhere. So the light of wisdom and the object space shouldn't mix. You should emphasize only space.
Does the space have any color? How does the space look like?
Space is space only, no color. Color is maybe, for example, if you make addition blue sky, you may think blue, but actually not blue. So just don't pay attention that color, just pay attention as space.
So, sometimes suppose if some yogi, when they take the space, let's say space kasina, they look at the space. So, if their attention goes wrongly, they look at the blue, then it becomes color. But if they look at the space, then it becomes space kasina.
And that way is they should not pay attention color. If they pay attention color, then color kasina and space kasina will mix. This is not good, not clear. So, because of this reason, usually we teach maybe one circle, space circle. To put this circle, maybe while penetrating, there is no any other object. But don't penetrate up to the blue sky. In this way we teach. If they make addition, if there is any object, that object may appear in their mind. So because of this reason, no object, but don't penetrate up to the blue sky. Just focus only this area. In this way, we teach.
If a meditator he can take the concept of space in this room, is that okay? Can start from this concept of the space.
If they can take only just space, okay. If they do not see any other object. But within this space, if there are any object, that object appear, this is not okay.
And when a person practice black kasina, the center part which he pay attention is bright, but only the surrounding part is black. Do we count it as black kasina?
Don't be addition black color just inside the light only, it is better. If they can concentrate thoroughly on that light, then slowly they will forget black. And then just may pay attention only bright light. When concentration deep up to excess concentration or full absorption stage, at that time they should expand this bright light. While expanding this bright light, slowly this black color also will disappear when the bright light expands. Bright light is expanding. So there may be such problems because they practice many kasinas. Because of this reason only. If they practice only one kasina, usually not much problem. But if they practice many kasinas or all 10 kasinas, sometimes their concentration is not yet deep enough And then if they quickly change from one kasina to another, another to another, then slowly color will mix.
No, Sayadaw, just now his question is for black kasina. So if we forget black, then black kasina. His question is for black kasina.
If they, but maybe they may be bright light, no problem, but they should emphasize only black.
Sayadaw, the intensity of the color, does it increase with when the concentration become deeper? The color will become more black. They say red color become more red when the concentration power become deeper. Will that become that? When the concentrate, when they do, let's say, red kasina, when the concentration power increase, will the color become more red and more bright?
Bright is okay. More red is sometimes depend on their perception only. In this case, depending on meditator's perception and concentration, if they compare to each other, they may have no same degree. Because, for example, Venerable Sagada, he specialized only Tejogasina, Payagasina. He is specialist in Tejogasina. Other meditators Tejogasina, his Tejogasina is all same. We cannot say like that. In the same way, Venerable Aniruddha, he specialized like Gasina, Aloka Gasina. His Aloka Gasina and other meditators Aloka Gasina is always same. We cannot say like that. There may be a little bit degree is different. So more bright, more light, etc. Such possibility there may be different. Maybe in one case, Buddha is entering, or maybe in Sakyas, Kaliya and Devadaha. They are ready to fight to each other because of the one rebirth. They want to carry one Vada rebirth, one side to another side, etc. They are quarreling about this. At that time, Buddha entered into Balakasina. And then, because of the power of Balakasina, the whole Sajja country became black. They do not see to each other. But other meditators, black kasina power is similar to Buddha's kasina. We cannot say exactly. So there may be a little bit difference depending on their perception and their parami as well as their concentration.
If a yogi, while practicing 32 parts, he is not able to shine to see devas and Wufurem's beings. When a meditator, while he is practicing 32 parts, he is not able to shine his light to see devas and to see the Wufurems, the beings. Can he improve on this situation when he practices metta? If he cannot, what should he do?
While practicing 32 parts of body, at the day, don't differentiate many meditators or many people. Within meditation hall, they can discern one by one, it is true. But outside meditation hall, in every country, in every person, this is not easy. So as a general, under the light, if they see any being, whether human being or animal, at that time they can discern. But at that time, to see Deva, depending on their barami, maybe they may see Deva partially, depending on their previous practice. But usually, while discerning 32 parts of body, many meditators, they do not inform me. They also see devas. But while practicing Metta, this is another subject. Because in the object of Metta, there are unspecified beings, 5 types. Specified beings, there are 7 types. Among 7 types, they must also try to differentiate Deva and 4 beings in hopeful state. 4 types of beings in hopeful state. At that time, if they want to set Metta to specified beings, other than they should also try to see devas partially. If they do not yet see, how they can send Metta to devas? There will be no 7 specified beings. Usually at that time we teach to re-establish kasinas, white kasina or light kasina, or maybe all kasinas. When concentration becomes very deep and the light of wisdom is very bright, at that time to observe some devas nearby the tree, above the trees. In some trees there are mentions above the trees. So in those mentions, if they trying to see some devas again and again, they may see partially, not fully. Partially means they may see few devas only. Then few devas also enough to send Metta. But if when they expand slowly, they may see, depending on their previous parami, they may see many devas also possible. But while discerning 32 parts, usually many meditators, they do not inform me, they had already discerned 32 parts of devas, because devas have no 32 parts all. They have no urine, no pieces. If you are searching for urine in pieces, you will be tired.
When the meditator practices Marananusati, recollection of death, he cannot clearly see the deceased, the dead person's face. Then he could not ascertain exactly whether this is himself. So how should he do? When a meditator practices recollection of death, Marananusati or Maranasati, recollection of death, and then he see the object of dead body. Marananusati, practice, he see the dead body, and he could not see the dead body's face very clearly. So he's not very sure. This is the face I cannot see very clearly. Is it me or is it not me? Then, how should he do?
What is Maranasati? Maranasati is the Jivi Dindiriyu Picheto, the cessation of Jivita. A meditator must try to see the cessation of Jivita. What is Jivita? There are 2 types of Jivita. Materiality Jivita, life faculty materiality, and mentality Jivita, life faculty, life mentality, life faculty, materiality, life faculty. There are 2 types. 2 types of these Jivitas, complete cessation, a meditator must try to see. No face. How they should try? For beginners, usually they cannot discern Jivita because they do not yet study, they do not yet practice 4 elements meditation systematically. So they cannot differentiate life faculty in a kalapa. especially inside the heart decade glaba and body decade glaba, set decade glaba, life nonate glaba. These 4 types of glabas have jivita, life faculty. But they did not yet practice 4 elements meditation. While they are practicing samatha as a samatha vehicle, at that time they cannot discern this jivita. Again, mentality jivita means at that time that jivita is associated with that consciousness. 40 heduka person whose birth linking mind movement is associated with 3 roots: alobha, adosa, and amoha. Such persons, if their vedana feeling is somnasa vedana, happy feeling, then there will be 34 mental formations. Among 34 there is also jivita, life faculty, which is mentality jivita. That jivita is also associated with birth linking mind movement as well as bhavanga mind movement and death consciousness mind movement. In a life, the beginning of bhavanga, first bhavanga is called birth linking mind movement. Last bhavanga is called death consciousness. They are same. So, while discerning this mentality jivita, they must try to discern that consciousness. That consciousness also associate with jivita. So that jivita also they must try to see. And the materiality jivita as well as mentality jivita cease simultaneously. Seeing this cessation of 2 types of jivita, he must contemplate marana me do, my death is sure. Jivita me adu, my life faculty is adu impermanent. In this way they must contemplate. This is actual marana sati. But for beginners it is not easy to see this jivita. At that time, usually we teach to see that his or her own dead body only. For beginners to discern 2 types of jivita, mentality jivita and materiality jivita, not easy. Because of this reason, the cessation of 2 types of jivita also not easy to see. Because of this reason, usually we suggest for beginners to see their own dead corpse and pay attention, marana may do, etc. My death is sure, etc. Later, after discerning ultimate materiality and mentality, and after discerning dependent origination, or after practicing vipassana, if we have any opportunity or any chance, and then we usually teach again this maranasati. And then they can see there are 2 types of jivita, life faculties cessation. And then they can practice exact maranasati meditation. But for some meditators, according to your own question, they cannot see their own death clearly. At that time also, usually we suggest them to practice maybe some jhanas, such as Tenkasinas, etc. Tenkasinas means again and again. When concentration is very deep, at that time only they should try to see their own dead corpse. Especially in future, one day he or she will die. At that time their own dead corpse they should try to see. But if it is not clear later, after discerning ultimate materiality, ultimate mentality, independent origination, or after practicing vipassana. At that time, one discerning nama rupa up to future. At that time, they can see clearly their own death. At that time, we usually teach Maranasati again.
Sayadaw, for teachers, should they ask a meditator, a beginner or meditator, when they are passing away, at which age they pass away? Should we ask or should we no need to ask?
We should not ask. Exact date is not easy. But some meditators, they inform by themselves. Very soon they will die, or maybe about 50 years old. When they became 50 years old, or when they become 70 years old, in this way they inform. This is also not exact date, maybe about only, possibility only. But while discerning the dependent origination, some meditators, they can see clearly their death moment. At that time may accurate. Their experience maybe can accurate.
Just a sidetrack question. When just some Sayadaw mentioned that if a yogi, when they practice dependent origination, they can see when they are about to pass away, when they are passing away. If he know he will passing away at that particular age or certain event happen and he pass away, because it's a future event, can he still able to do something to change? Can he still do something, wholesome action to change that?
The question is, now a person can see, okay, now in future, when I'm going to pass away. Can he do something to change that? Make it longer time or whatever?
It depends on karma. They do not know exact date, which minute, which second, which day. This is impossible. Possibility is mentioned for Anapana meditator only. One Mahathera, when he became Arhat based on Anapana jhana, he understood his lifespan when it will finish. His final cessation will be in such and such second, in such and such minute. He can easily understand. But for some meditators, their future is, if they are not yet Arhat, their future may be changed, may not be changed, depending on their karma. For example, Ayurveda Kumara. If he did not die within 7 days, his lifespan will be longer, more than 120. But he may have opportunity to die within 7 days also. Because of this reason, their parents, his parents, they invite to the Buddha and Sangha to recite Bhaddanta. Buddha review whether it will be possible or not. Buddha understand it is possible. So Buddha sent many sanghas alternately in time. Maybe this group, in this way. In time. So in this way, Buddha sent these bhikkhus recite Bhaddanta for 7 days continuously, day and night. On 7th day, there will be no danger. Then Buddha also visit reset, break that. That child lifespan is 120 years old. So such type of changing also possible depending on karma. What is their karma? Because his mother is one yaki. They have problem to each other. Problem is they have same husband. So one husband have two wives. They are two wives. So because of child problem, they kill to each other. Because of this reason, one lady who was killed became yaki. That yaki killed his child always. As soon as she was born, a child, then that yaki came and killed this child and eat. But at that time, she cannot come because she must maybe suffer. Maybe they are gay. Maybe what's that one? I think so. Maybe Sunday. So she cannot come within 7 days. After 7 days later, she passed away. So because of this reason, there is no danger. If there is no danger, this child has the karma can produce for maintain his lifespan up to 120 years old. So in this way, their karma may be changed depending on their karma. Sometimes they may die or they may not die. This is possibility. But one discerning depending on origination, if they know they will die in such and such age. At the time, if they practice meditation, depending on their karma, another karma may also have opportunity to maintain their lifespan. So at the time, they may also have a long life. But depend on their karma. When karma is already, karma which produce their present life is finished, it is impossible. Another new karma will produce another future existence.
Sayadaw, why only those practice anapanasati can tell exactly when they are going to pass away, whereas other meditation subject cannot? And if it is so, for those yogi who practice meditation for anapanasati for a long time, but they are not arahant, and they don't also have jhana, can they tell when they are about to pass away?
Please try to become arhat, and then you will understand. This is exact second, exact time. Maybe this is mentioned in Visuddhimagga Anapana chapter. As a result of Anapana meditation, there was one day Arhat. When he reviewed his Parinibbana final cessation, he knew that today will be his final cessation day. So at that day, he asked his disciples, how you had been experienced, how you had seen Arhats who in the final cessation, into final cessation with such and such Riya bodily posture. So some disciples they import, some arahats they enter into final cessation parinibbana by lying down or by standing or by sitting or in the second, etc. In this way they import. At that day, he told his disciples, I will show you one arahat entering into final cessation while walking. Please see, so in his walking part, he scratched one line. And then he informed his disciples, I will walk from this side to that side. When I came back from that side to this side, on the way when I reach that line, I will take final cessation. I will enter into final cessation. In this way, he showed while walking, entering into final cessation. This is for those who had practiced anapana diligently up to fourth jhana and based on fourth jhana, who practiced vipassana diligently up to rahat stage, can say exact time. Others cannot say exact time. In this way, Visuddhimagga explained. Then if you do not yet satisfy, please go to Venerable Buddhaghosa and ask again.
When doing white kasina, do we need to see that our robes or clothes is also white?
Both internal, external, everywhere must white. This is my mind only, not actual. This concentration have the power. For example, previously we had discussed while Kaliya and Devadaha quarrel about one river called Rohini. At that time, Buddha entered into black kasina and create to become black. They do not see each other. Everything became black. Same. While practicing kasina, for example, white kasina, there is no body. Nothing else, only just white everywhere. This is important. While practicing black kasina, everywhere is black. There is no any other object, only black color. So this is important. So in every kasina, say, everywhere must, while practicing art kasina, everywhere must be art. While practicing water kasina, everywhere must be water. This is important. In the same way, while practicing fire kasina, everywhere must be fire. Because of this reason, when practicing art kasina, don't pay addition hardness of art. If you pay addition hardness, then the whole body will become very stiff. While practicing water kasina, don't pay attention to the coldness of water. If you pay attention coldness of water, then the whole body will become very cold, shivering. While practicing fire kasina, don't pay attention the heat element of fire kasina. If you pay attention heat, then the whole body will be burning by fire. So because of this reason, because everywhere is fire, because of this reason, while practicing kasina, that kasina must be everywhere. If you see your body, your clothes, partially, and then other things become white, this is not okay.
Can Sayadaw explain to us how to systematically train to enter jhana in the four postures? Four postures.
In every bodily posture to re-establish jhana concentration is for those who are expert. For beginners, while sitting, they should re-establish their jhana concentration again and again. They should try 5 mastery in sitting posture. When they begin expert, at that time, if they want to practice while standing, then they should re-establish the jhana concentration while standing again. For example, anapana. Please stand in the corner of walking path. Please re-establish your concentration with closed eye. While concentrating on the natural breath, very soon you will see nimitta. Then please re-establish your concentration. See nimitta. Then you may be able to re-establish your jhana concentration while standing. If you are okay at that time, with a little bit open eye, please try to see your nimitta again. If you see with a little bit open eye, nimitta, then when nimitta also becomes stable, please walk slowly, seeing nimitta with open eye. It is also possible for those who had been practiced many times, re-establishing jhana. Then, while walking also, depending on concentration, they may enter into jhana for few seconds or for few minutes. Because jhana cannot produce new bodily posture, but jhana can maintain all bodily posture. While walking, if they re-establish jhana concentration, then that jhana concentration can maintain walking bodily posture. But it cannot produce new bodily posture. Just for example, standing. While walking, they may enter into jhana, but they may, when they want to stand, at that time they emerge from jhana. There are two famous examples. While lying down also, you can re-establish your anapana concentration. While focusing on your breath object, you may see nimitta. Because of previous practice, you can see your breath become nimitta very quickly, and then you will see pratibhaga nimitta, counterpart side. While focusing on the counterpart side, you may enter into jhana. At that time, if you, while entering into jhana, very soon when jhana stop, you may fall into bhuanga and you may sleep. The result is, as soon as you wake up, then you can see nimitta on your nostril again. If you practice in this way, then you can re-establish this jhana concentration very quickly when lying down. So if you practice continuously in every bodily posture in this way, your concentration will improve. Is it possible to do like that? You may ask such question. I want to explain two stories. Venerable Sariputta, while going for alms round, in every door of house, he entered into cessation attainment, Nirodha Samapatti. When he emerged from Nirodha Samapatti, or after emerging from Nirodha Samapatti, he accepted their donation. Without entering into cessation attainment, he never received others' donation. What is the reason? For benefit of donors only, not for his own benefit. He wants to promote the donors because of the purification of receiver. Donors have a lot of saddha as well as a lot high class wholesome karma, like Pona. When they donate one meal to the Venerable Sariputra, they became very rich man. Udra's father. This is one story. Another story is famous Venerable Subhuti. Venerable Subhuti is the young brother of Anatha Pendika, the donor of Jedavana monastery. He specialized Middhajana. Based on Middhajana, he practiced Samatha and Vipassana diligently, and he became Rahat. While going for alms round, in every door of house, every house, on the every door of every house, he re-established his Middhajana concentration. After emerging from Middhajana, he received their donation to promote the donors' household karma only. So, while going for alms round also, they can enter into jhana. They can enter into cessation attainment. It is possible. These are possible examples. Most obvious example is psychic power. While going in the sky, they re-establish this jhana concentration. Because of this jhana, especially fourth jhana, they can fly in the sky, they can go in the sky. But for ordinary people, they are going in the sky. For them, they enter into Auk Tawya, fourth jhana. Imagine from fourth jhana, they create the whole sky, maybe the sky to become earth, according to their fixed area. Then they walk above the earth. For ordinary people, this is second. For them, this is earth. 8D, we see Ajayintiyo. Is it possible or not? In this way, you should not think. This is psychic power.
Some yogi from medical background, or for some yogi who have already studied the pictures of 32 parts of body, when they discern 32 parts practically, they may have doubt whether their discernment is based on perception. How to overcome this doubt? A doctor, they are very familiar with the 32 parts. Or someone who has seen the picture, very familiar with the picture. So when they see their own 32 parts, they have doubt. Am I seeing the real one? Or am I having my perception, my imagining? How to do?
Maybe other than the light of wisdom is very important. When the assistant of the light of wisdom, if they see, don't be worried about this. Because of this reason, some meditators, they ask me, they should try to see pictures. Please do not try to see pictures in this way, we suggest. For example, do you see me? No, please try to see. Do you see? Do you see? This is imagination. Say. Direct perception is important. You can differentiate this is direct perception or imagination. So please try internet, external, repeat again and again. Then slowly you will understand this is direct perception or this is only imagination. And then if you understand this is imagination, then please re-establish your, for example, anapana jhana, fourth jhana concentration again and again to make sure. When fourth jhana, the light of wisdom is very bright. And then only please go back to this 32 parts of body.
One yogi, when she is focusing on the nimitta, during the jhana, her mind always wants to check on the mind that focus on the nimitta. How can she overcome this habit?
Maybe please change other meditation subjects also. It is better. If it is not possible, then go back to 4 elements meditation and practice vipassana. And then only it will be okay, and then so. Object, changing object, for example, while practicing anapana, this habit appear, simply change 32 parts of body, both internal, external, quickly. Please descend them quickly, very quickly. Then slowly mind will change. And then please practice kasinas, 4 gala kasinas, and then other kasinas, 10 kasinas. Then 4 sublime by days, Metta, Karuna, Mudita, Ubeka, etc. So while practicing, changing the different objects, this habit may disappear. This is another possibility. But if it is also not possible, then go to vipassana, it is better.
Actually, there's also one question, but Sayadaw may be partially answered, but it's good to confirm how clear. When practicing metta, karuna, mudita, and upeka jhana, is it necessary that the meditator be able to clearly see the 12 categories of beings in the light?
It is better to see these 12 types of beings while trying metta jhana to become powerful metta jhana or karuna, mudita, and ubeka. In Bali, it is called Vaipara. The meaning of Vaipara is the power of metta jhana became very powerful. But taking one person, one dear person, etc., one dear irrespectable person, if you sent metta, you can also attain metta jhana. Such type of metta jhana is very, very weak. This is foundation only. But Vaipara metta jhana is you can break down the barrier. There is no boundary. Every being has your metta is equal to every being. You have equal metta on every being. Such type of metta becomes powerful. It can produce to be reborn in Brahma world. But this is very good practice. There was one example. Venerable Sariputta to be in one of his past life, he renounced the world and he practiced metta jhana in Himalaya. How long? Not for 2 weeks or 3 weeks. Not for 3 months. For 7 years. Completely, entirely, he practiced metta jhana only. And then, after 7 years later, he passed away while entering into metta jhana. Because of this reason, he was reborn in Brahma world. In Brahma world, he again practiced metta jhana. How long? For 7 aeons. Not only life, maybe 1 year, 2 years, etc. 7 aeons. Because of this reason, when he was reborn as a human being again, he had no anger. Is it good? Very good. He had no anger, very, very good. No hatred to anybody. So, the power of metta jhana is very good. When they can break down the barrier. There is no difference. Break down the barrier means dear one, neutral one, hatred one. He had no such boundary. When he sent metta, he can easily attain metta jhana. When he sent neutral one, when he sent metta to diya one, he can easily attain metta jhana. When he sent metta to neutral one, he can easily attain metta jhana. When he sent metta to hatred one, he can easily attain in metta jhana. There is no difference. He had equal mind to everybody. So such type of metta is very important for especially meditators. I don't like such Shali. I don't want to see her. Is it go? No, go. Every day if you see, you are accumulating a akusala. So this metta is very important. But to break down the barrier, they must try to see 12 types of beings. This is for Vipara metta, very powerful metta. In the same way, Guru Namudita Upaka also say.
While we are practicing metta jhana, sabbe satta, sabbe pana, sabbe bhuta, sabbe pugala, and sabbe atta bhava parayapanna, what are the difference between these 5?
Name is different. Object is no different. All beings. Sabbe satta, according to Pali explanation, depending on ignorance, craving, and clinging, they accumulate karma. Because of this karma, such and such beings appear in this world. Such type of beings are called satta. Because depending on strong powerful attachment to any existence, they stay in this world. So they are called satta. Pana means all breathing ones. So these are also who breathe, all beings. Sabbe Buddha. Sabbe Buddha means because of ignorance, craving, this is kilesa. And because of sankhara information, this is karma. Sankhara formations and karma potency. This is karma. So because of these 5 causes appear in this world, such persons are called Buddha. Sabbe Bhugala, beings who have chance to reborn in one of awful states. So every being, this is also. Sabbe Adda Bhava Bhariya Bana, beings who have personality, or all persons. So they are same, meaning is same, but name is different only. These beings are also called Saddha. They are also called Pana. They are also called Buddha. They are also called Pogala. They are also called Adda Bhava Priya Pana.
But Brahma no breath, Brahma. Brahma no breath, Sayadaw. Brahma. So sabbe pana as a general. So I think the next question saying that is there any difference in image? Since Sayadaw have answered, it's all the same. Okay, so I think it's clear.
Share Mari. Idame Bonya Aswakhyam Waha Hodu Idame Bonya Nibbana Sa Pachayo Hodu Idame Bonya Sabha Sadana Pajema Te Sabbe me sama Bonya bagang labandu sadhu sadhu sadhu